Hello again, folks. Welcome to another edition of Between the Banks. I'm Bob Googe. I think we got a first run nail here. I'm sorry. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Famous angler on board today, Chuck Norris. He's been with us before on the boat before. I got Chuck out here with us. We're going to try and catch some fish here in between the showers and stuff. So stay tuned. Who, what, where, when, why is coming up next. Stick with us.
Between the Banks is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana.
This is our love, this is our life, this is our home, Louisiana. This is our day, come what may. This is our home, forever long. This is our
Visit Bayou Lafourche and experience true Cajun culture, food, and fishing. Just 45 minutes from New Orleans. Travel up and down the bayou for famous Cajun cuisine and immerse yourself in our bayou way of life. Pass a good time at a festival, take an exhilarating swamp tour, and bring your boat or charter a fishing trip, inland or offshore, for the big catch. Plan your trip today and visit lafourche.com and come live the bayou life.
Folks, everybody gets Between the Banks. Here's how easy it is. Go to your address bar, type in betweenthebanks.com, search, and here you are. The latest videos, services, and products provided by Between the Banks. Check it out, betweenthebanks.com. Everybody gets Between the Banks.
Chuck breaking the ice. The first one was on top water and little bitty buck male. But that one, keeper, first fish. They'll put him in the box, and then I'm going to show you how I've got Chuck and them rigged up here. This one, a sweet little 14-incher to start off with, but believe me, folks, they're going to get monsterish. So stay tuned. All right, so this is the way I've got Chuck rigged. All right, I'm on a shock leader, 1/0 Kahle hook, 30-pound test shock leader, low vis camo line, coming up to a black crane swivel to keep all the turns out of the line. And we're not using any weight. We're fishing weightless here through the lips of a monster cockahoo. All right, of course I get my cockahoos from Goose Bait Shop right there in Golden Meadow, the Shell Station, and we're free swimming. Chuck's gonna take this, throw it out, and just let him swim and wait for the fish to hit. I got him on a 7-foot medium action rod, Team Daiwa, along with a Revo Team Daiwa reel, real smooth, Chuck. So that's what we're doing. The bait is so big that you don't need weight, and he's just free swimming. Now check Chuck out when he makes the cast. Wing him out there right up into that, Chuck. All right, so he casts the bait out, and he holds his rod about 10 o'clock, and he's just holding it. That's all he's doing. He's letting the minnow swim. Now, why am I going to catch fish here? I've got an underwater point. I got an incoming tide. Water's rolling over the point. You saw the shows recently where the pelicans were feeding. They're right there, and they look like they're just going to chomp away on the bait that rolls around this point. So really excellent spot. Nervous water's going to develop. Look on the other side, I got a big slick. Dead giveaway that the fish are here. Stay tuned. We'll see what we can put in the book. And all the gear, everything, down to the swivels, Tides, great place, offshore bait, full tackle store, always has specials going on. I mean, you want to save you some money, really competitively priced. And then great food, croissants, breakfast, po' boys, the whole 9 yards. Leeville, Tides. Come to Leeville, need tackle, gear. Tides has everything I use right there. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be. And you see, Chuck, a lot of people will let these fish run them off, and you can't. The typical pattern this time of year is the males turn on first. You gotta weed your way through them, and you just gotta wait for those big females. Just slide that minnow down a little bit. And you know they're males because they croak. Croak, 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 croak. You know, I feel them croaking. All right. A little too close to comfort. We'll put it on back. All right, now I got Chuck under a cork. I'll show you that rig when we get another fish in, how I got that rig. But again, we're patiently sitting at the spot. We know there's fish here. Why? Why do I know there's fish here? I've got bait, I've got clean water, I got moving water, I got slicks. I mean, life is really good here at the spot. So I'm gonna patiently fish here, and when the fish turn on, it's gonna be fun. Stay tuned. All right, so we're working 3 lines right now. We got a cork line out with a big old cockahole on it from Gugu. And we're also throwing electric chicken jig head. We're just casting around, waiting for the conditions to get right. We've got everything's perfect here, but the problem is we're at slack tide. High tide was at 7:11 this morning, and now we're waiting for the tide to go out. Water's gonna go south, hit this underwater sandbar that we're fishing, roll over it, create nervous water. The pelicans are gonna start feeding, getting in the water and stuff, and the spot should light up. Hopefully that's gonna happen. Bite time today is from 9 to 11, and it's 10 after 9. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens. Big speck, really big speck. Bring him up. Get him over here. Get him all right. Got it. All right. See what I mean about patience? See, patience always pays. It always does. Nice speck. Nice speck. Just like the ones that we've been catching here. Look at Chuck's fish. Look how nice it is. I'm gonna really fish. So you can see being patient pays. There you go, Chuck.
It is a good one.
That's what we've been
great,
waiting
yeah.
for.
You're right.
That's what we've been waiting for. All right. That's good. Just put him right there. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is the bite. Chuck caught him on the cork rig. I'm going to show you a closer look at that cork rig. Stay tuned. Man. Missed him right there. Right at the boat. Big speck. Big speck. All right, our bite's fixing to turn on, folks. We're getting hits. We're beginning to get the attacks of the big fish. The spot is setting up right. Our patience is going to pay off. Stay tuned. There he is. Nice fish. Nice fish. I mean a nice one. Get in breakfast.
surface yet, but he's staying on top. I gotta believe he's a good one. Hopefully he's a good one. Coming to the boat. Oh, it is. It's a monster speck. I'm gonna bring him right to the net. Bring him right to the net. I'm bringing him right to the net. Look at the size of that
Great
trout.
fish. Flip out.
I got him. You can take
Okay.
that on. Yep.
Great.
Now that's gonna go 5-6 pounds or so. That first big one was about 4 or 5 pounds. This one's gonna push 6. Okay, so you can see free swimming big minnows, folks, get you past catching small specks and into catching big ones. Oh,
You okay?
yep. Does patience pay or what? Now there's a really nice speck. Now I'm gonna tell you folks, I would rather take my guest to fish like this and wait on them and be patient, you know, and then go after them than sit there and catch 12-inch, 13-inch fish all day long. This makes it worthwhile when you can figure out how to catch the big females this time of year. And we're on them. We're on them. Stay tuned. We're doing it. Oh, cat, big cat. That's all
sorry,
right.
guys.
I'm gonna take him off. No sweat. In fact, here I'm gonna give you this one. And you can, oh, I had a fish. Oh, I do have a fish
Yeah,
on.
you do.
I was reeling him in. I was gonna give you this one. Oh, let it go right there. Right. So we're not gonna let that catfish spook us. Here you go. You take this one, and I'll get that catfish off. Now that's a short shock leader. I make those so that you can feel the hit a little bit better. So you fish with that one, and I'm gonna shorten the shock leader up on this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a short leader. I'm gonna put that hook here less than 6 inches, 8 inches from the swivel, so that it's easier to feel when that minnow gets nervous. Now, one other thing that's exciting me about the fishing spot and it turning on. If you watch Between the Banks, you saw us come here and you saw the pelicans line up and you saw them digging and eating bait. So let's turn around to our left and check out what's going on at the spot. The pelicans have moved out on the underwater point. That's where they are. They're right in front of the point, and as the tide's heading south, look at the pelicans feeding. Check them out. They're just lowering their head in the water, grabbing the bait, and swallowing it. They're not even diving on it. It's coming to them that easy. All right, so we know the fish are going to turn here because we got bait, we got moving water, we got pelicans giving it all away. Life is good. You just gotta be patient. If there was one ingredient that a fisherman that wants to catch big specks needs, that's patience. You have to go to the spot where you know they live, and you have to wait for them to turn on it. Once they do, you're gonna put some 4, 5, and 6 pound specks in the boat, just like we're doing. Stay tuned. And don't forget that little trick. If you're having a hard time feeling a free swimming bait, shorten that leader up. Bring that hook 6 inches from that black crane swivel, and believe me, when the fish hits it, you'll feel it. Stay tuned. Oh, and of course, having those big old goo-goo minnows really makes a difference. You know, in fact, I'm gonna nominate Goo-Goo for the bait man of the year, because he's always reliable, he's always open on his hours, and he really fixes us up with some fresh killer bait. You want to see how big they are? Come see. Come see. Come see, I'm gonna show you. Now, I'll open the Pathfinder bait. Check out my bait. Look how big they are.
Look at these monsters. I mean, did you even think Cockahominus got this big? Look at them. They're monsters, I tell you, monsters. So, what I do to keep these babies alive and fresh is I run my normal live well, but I take a little bait saver, hook it up, put it on a bucket, and drop it in there because of the heat of the summertime. Keeps them alive even more. See the bubbles coming out the deal here? Just keeps my bait fresh, and I'll rotate the water in it. Keeps my bait alive. Another nice. Another nice. It's up on top. Oh, it is a big speck. Another big one. Coming right down that. There you go. All right, thank you. Boy, this is serious fun. Serious fun here, buddy. Serious fun. Big menace. Big fish. Big bait equals big fish. And look, the pelicans are getting closer and closer. All right, stay tuned. We're still having fun.
That's got a big one on. No, it's not big.
That's all right.
It's not big.
He's a keeper. After you catch 4, 5, and 6 pounders, and then you come catch a 14-inch fish, he doesn't seem like he's but adding that weight to Chuck. See the little split shot I added on? Adding that weight is kind of helping him feel that bite. But again, big bait, big fish. Yep, almost 14 inches. All right, folks. Big ones have turned off, so we're fixing to make a move. While we do that, let's go in and check out the Marina Minute. All the fine businessmen that make a fishing trip to Lafourche Parish complete. Stop right there at the intersection of Highway 90 and LA 1. Got the Tourism Commission. Go in there, they'll tell you right where to go, where you can get food, what's going on in the parish and everything else. They're your tip as far as guiding you to the right areas. Then come on down the bayou. When you start getting towards La Rose, great freshwater fishing there. Come a little further south, Catfish Lake, Sulphur Mine, then down towards Leeville. While you're in Galliana, don't forget to check out Renovations right there at the corner of 308 South Lafourche Bridge. You'll see Renovations. Keeps all of my stuff going on my boat. My engine, power pole, trolling motor, depth finders, all of my service. I mean, Pathfinder boats, War Eagle aluminum boats, they can take care of whatever your marine need is, and they're great people to do business with. Come a little bit further down, come into Golden Meadow, got Goose Bait Shop right there at the Shell Station by the Catfish Lake Boat Launch. Come on down into Leeville, you got Tides on the left, you got bait shops, Demir's, Gales, you got Bada Bing, all kind of stuff in Leeville. Leeville Seafood Restaurant. Griffin's right across from Boudreaux's, where I get my fuel, both on the water and on the road, 24 hours. Non-ethanol fuel. Great food at their place. Then Boudreaux's, tie your boat to the bed. I mean, life is really great when you come down to Lafourche Parish to catch fish. So, here's the Marina Minute, and I'm going to follow it with the map, and I'm going to show you something special about the spot that I'm sitting at now, where I moved out to. Another great spot for big fish. Here's the Marina Minute, followed by the map.
Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel. Dock your boat at the end of the pier right under your room. Set up your grill. Got your own fish cleaning station, your own ramp. And for big groups, enjoy the sunset at the Boudreaux House. Boudreaux's in Leeville. Griffin's Marina and Ice has bag, block, and blown ice for whatever size boat. Both dockside and roadside ethanol-free fuel, convenience store, breakfast, crispy chicken, all conveniently located in downtown Leeville.
Renovations is your complete marine center for sales, parts, and service. Pathfinder, War Eagle boats, Minn Kota Motor Guide trolling motors, Power Pole and Minn Kota anchoring systems, pumps, trailer parts. Renovations will keep you on the water. All right, folks, so here's something I wanted to show you about Philo Bryce Island. You can see the point over here. Notice I've backed off of the point and I've come into about 4 or 5 feet of water. Check out Depth Finder now. You can see I'm in 4.6 feet of water, 83.5 degree water temperature. You know that's hot. Look at all the fish in the cooler water. So I backed off of the warm water on the point and came here just to see if I could pick any big fish up on this drop off. So let's go to the map, pages, map, enter. Okay, so you can see Philo Bryce where I'm at. I've come way off of the point, but notice notice how far this underwater point goes. You can look at it on sonar and see how it goes all the way out to Capon Point. Really good fishing spot here for bigger fish and when the heat of the day comes. Now, why am I fishing north? Why haven't you seen Castett and all that? Because the water temperature down there is almost 90 degrees. So I'm looking for warmer water, and in Rackacy, I've got 7 degrees cooler water temperature. Gives me the capability of still catching big fish. So that's the location. So let's go over and check out our coordinates. There's your coordinates for the location: north 29, 11, 324, and there's my west position, which is 90.20.219. Okay, I'm not marking this in, so I'm not going to mark it as 36. So there's your coordinates, there's the map feature. From the point back to this spot, you should be able to catch all the big fish you want if you rig like I showed you. There's the map feature brought to you by the great folks at Lowrance. You got it, nice one.
I got your line.
All right, don't worry. Come. There you go. There you go, good job. Good job. There you go. Oh, goodness. Don't worry about it, I can get him unwrapped quick. So I'm gonna undo that. All right, we made a little change here. Came to the rocks. I'm gonna tell you why. Stay tuned. Oh, got it. Oh. There you go. See, now I can't buy a fish right now. But Chuck, you're catching, bro.
Not enough, but we're catching, yes.
You're catching slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
What you say about this? Do him again?
Yeah, he's good. All right. Stick with us, folks. We're not giving up. We're going to keep putting them in the box. I got to believe it's another speck. Could be a big one.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Could be. We'll see. Oh, yes. Yes. Go, Chuck. Go. Go, Chuck. Go. There you go, bro. Keep it up. Fill up the box. Chuck is making his comeback in fine style. Stay tuned. Deep Bayou Rocks pays off again. Well, folks, there you have it. Another edition of Between the Banks. I gotta thank Chuck Norris. He is tough. He may not look like the Chuck Norris that you're thinking about, But the Chuck Norris I'm thinking about is this individual right here. Give him a holler. Chuck does legal work up on the north end. Jackson, Vidalia, Faraday, injury lawyer. What's your number, Chuck?
318-336-1990.
There you go. And when you talk to him, ask him about his trips on Between the Banks. We'll see you next week with another edition of Between the Banks. In the meantime, good luck fishing.
Great job, Chuck. Thanks, Bob.
Strong compact, got you a big spec. Life is good in the neighborhood.